Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 2 of the Sam Podcast. We'll be talking about careers this season with me, Mr. Sam. Today, we have a very special guest. Please welcome Ms. Laura Bennett, an aviation analyst and former flight instructor. Laura, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. It's wonderful to be here. I'm excited to talk about this topic today.
Great. Today's topic is learn about the mainline pilots. Now, I have to be honest, Laura. Many people hear the term mainline pilot and think, oh, that's just a regular airline pilot. But I believe there's more to it. Am I right?
You are absolutely right. It's much more complex than that.
All right, let's start simple. What exactly is a mainline pilot?
A mainline pilot works directly for a major airline. For example, airlines like Delta, American, or United in the United States have what we call mainline operations. These are the large aircraft, international flights, and major domestic routes.
So they fly the big planes?
Yes, typically yes. Wide-body aircraft like Boeing 777s or Airbus A350s, and also large narrow-body aircraft.
But here's where I disagree a little. Many people say becoming a mainline pilot is glamorous. Big salary, international travel, nice hotels. But is it really that glamorous?
Well, it depends on how you define glamorous.
Ah, so you admit it's not always perfect.
Of course not. No career is perfect, but mainline pilots do have advantages compared to regional pilots.
Okay, let's talk about that. What's the difference between a mainline pilot and a regional pilot?
Regional pilots usually fly smaller aircraft for regional airlines. These airlines often operate under contract for major airlines. For example, you might see a plane painted like a major airline, but it's actually operated by a regional company.
So the uniform looks similar, but the employer is different.
Exactly, and that affects salary, benefits, and work schedules.
Aha, so here comes the argument. Drum roll, please. Is it fair that mainline pilots earn significantly more than regional pilots, even though both are responsible for passenger safety?
That's a strong question. But yes, it's fair in many ways.
Oh, why?
Because mainline pilots usually have more experience, more flight hours, and operate more complex aircraft. Flying a large international aircraft requires additional training and responsibility.
But safety responsibility is the same, isn't it? If something goes wrong, a regional pilot must handle the emergency just like a mainline pilot.
That's true. Safety standards are high across the industry, but the scale of operations differs. Managing long-haul flights with hundreds of passengers over oceans requires specific skills.
I see your point, but I've heard some regional pilots feel frustrated. They work very hard, sometimes long hours, and their pay is much lower.
Yes, that frustration is real. In the past, regional pilot salaries were very low, but in recent years, especially after pilot shortages, regional airlines have increased salaries significantly.
Pilot shortage. Let's talk about that. Is there really a shortage?
Yes, particularly in North America, many pilots retired during the pandemic and airlines reduced hiring. Then, travel demand came back faster than expected.
So suddenly, airlines needed more pilots?
Exactly, just like that.
That must have been stressful for airlines.
Very stressful. Flights were canceled, training programs were overloaded, and experienced captains were in high demand.
Okay, here's another controversial point. Some people say mainline pilots have very strong unions that protect them, sometimes too strongly. What do you think?
That's a complex topic. Mainline pilots do have powerful unions. These unions negotiate contracts, pay scales, working hours, and retirement benefits.
But can that create tension between pilots and airlines?
Absolutely. Contract negotiations can be intense. Sometimes there are threats of strikes.
Strikes? That sounds serious.
It is serious, but strikes are rare because airlines and unions usually reach agreements before that happens.
I read that some mainline captains can earn over $300,000 per year. Is that true?
Yes, senior captains flying international routes can earn that amount or even more.
Wow, that's impressive. But what about the cost, the training, the years of study, the student loans?
Becoming a pilot is expensive. Training can cost over $100,000, and it takes years to build up enough flight hours.
So it's not an easy path.
Not at all. Most mainline pilots start as flight instructors or small charter pilots. They slowly build experience, then move to regional airlines and finally to mainline.
So it's like climbing a ladder.
Exactly, a career ladder.
But here's my next disagreement. Many people say the lifestyle is difficult. Jet lag, time away from family, irregular sleep. Is the high salary worth that?
For some people, yes. For others, no. It depends on personal priorities.
If you were a mainline pilot, would you enjoy that lifestyle?
I think I would enjoy the flying part, the challenge, the responsibility, but long periods away from family could be difficult.
So it's not just about money.
Definitely not. Passion for aviation is essential.
Let's talk about stress. Is being a mainline pilot stressful?
Yes, but it's controlled stress. Pilots are trained to handle emergencies calmly. They practice in simulators many times a year.
Simulators, like video games?
Much more advanced than video games. These simulators recreate real emergencies, engine failures, bad weather, system problems.
So when a real emergency happens, they are prepared.
Exactly. Training builds confidence.
Here's another issue. Technology is improving rapidly. Some people say one day airplanes will be fully automated and pilots won't be needed. What do you think?
That's a popular discussion, but I strongly believe pilots will still be necessary for many years.
Why?
Because aviation safety depends not only on technology, but also on human judgment. Unexpected situations require flexible thinking.
So you're saying machines cannot replace human decision-making completely?
Not yet, and passengers feel safer knowing trained professionals are in the cockpit.
That's true. I always feel comforted knowing there are experienced pilots flying the aircraft.
Exactly.
Okay, let's imagine a young listener wants to become a mainline pilot. What advice would you give?
First, focus on education, especially math and physics. Second, research flight schools carefully. Third, be prepared for hard work and patience.
Patience.
Yes, it can take 8 to 15 years to reach a mainline position.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes, but many pilots say the journey is rewarding.
Do you think personality matters?
Very much. Pilots must communicate clearly, work as a team, and remain calm under pressure.
So leadership skills are important.
Absolutely, especially for captains. They lead the flight crew and make final decisions.
I like that connection to leadership. Smiles. Leadership in the sky.
Yes, leadership at 35,000 feet.
Before we finish, let's answer one final question. Is becoming a mainline pilot worth it?
If you love flying, enjoy responsibility, and are ready for long-term commitment, then yes, it can be an incredible career.
And if someone only wants the salary?
Then they may become disappointed.
So, passion first, money second.
Exactly.
Laura, thank you for this lively discussion and even a few arguments.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. I enjoyed our debate.
To our listeners, we hope you learned something new about mainline pilots today. In this season, we will explore many exciting careers. Stay curious, stay motivated, and keep learning. Thank you for listening to the SAM Podcast. See you next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.